let me share my screen and go over the assignment I sent, sample assignment number 2, I sent to everyone not that long ago, like a half an hour ago. Please check Blackboard. I also will add it to assignment in Blackboard as well. So you have a sample project. So 1 second. Let me quickly share my screen and I will ask Professor Nagler to tell me, do you see a project to design a systemic unit on the screen?
Yes, I do.
Okay, good. So let me go over the sample project. I chose this one because a lot of you ask about 3D printing, and it's a very interesting and promising technology, and a lot of schools are already using it. And with the prices coming down, I think it will be a technology tool of choice for many teachers because there are applications of this technology in practically all subject areas. So this assignment actually provides a great overview of what you guys can do with 3D printing, but I chose it because I like the way this group completed this assignment. Let's talk about it. You take some notes because I would like you to ask questions in regards to assignment number 2 because that's the main focus of today's webinar. Q&A session for assignment number 2. I think they did an excellent job by including an introduction here, providing an overview of Bear's ideas on constructionism, and also, included in that is the discussion of 3D printing. Then they went into the proof of concept, providing their ideas and perspective of how this technology could serve as a sort of a catalyst for a change in the way we apply we use technology in the classroom, and also going back to Bear's idea and Hopper's idea is thinking how you can integrate this technology in different subject areas and in different contexts. Then they provide some good tutorials on how to use 3D software. And by the way, I probably will add that link somewhere before the due date for this assignment on the 3D printing software for those groups that use this technology. But actually, this sample assignment gives a good links and the resources on the software. They provided some screenshots, and I would like you to do that as well because we would like to share this project with your classmates so that they will get some ideas on how they can integrate this technology. And what also they did excellent, and again, a lot of references and links to resources on the internet. Here are some ideas of 3D printing software. Google SketchUp is very popular. FreeCAD is very, very popular. And they provided some powerful ideas on how to use this application in the classroom. And what I like about this project, again, they connected to the Papert theory, and also they provided sample projects in different disciplines. So, you know, there is your science example, geography and environmental science, math and geometry, even culinary and alpha shop examples. So also they included the section on consideration in solution because this is the part of your assignment. You need to provide some solutions to challenges in integrating this technology into a teaching and learning. And you know, for example, they point out to the health and safety concerns, some legal issues, cost, and so there are practical solutions to offset the cost, and so on and so forth, and technical support. So I think it's a very good project, and you could use it as a sample to write your assignment number 2. Classroom management issues. They provided a conclusion and references. So for this assignment, we didn't take points off for assignment number 1, but for this assignment, please include references formatted in APA 6.0 guidelines, and also make sure you have some references in your assignment, like here, properly cited. Okay, so this is one sample assignment. I will pass the microphone to you so Professor Nagler and I can answer any questions you might have. And while you're talking and asking your questions, I will pull another sample assignment that I would like to review with you. So this was a sample on using 3D printing. I have another one that's pretty good on using video editing and how to integrate that as a powerful idea. Questions? Ladies and gentlemen, no one has questions? The floor is yours.
Hi. I have a question.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Go, Sharon. Speak a little bit louder that everyone can hear you. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm sick. I'm trying.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sharon. I forgot. Go ahead.
My group is doing 3D printing. So I assume it's got to look something like your example you just presented, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, don't,
Thank
you know, just use it as a sample, but you definitely will provide your own perspective. And if you have in your group people from different, you know, that teach different subjects, different levels, then, you know, you could definitely add your own perspective to, and perhaps technology change, because this is what guys did last year. And a review for all of these projects, I'm sure there are some ideas that, you know, are brand new that you could incorporate and share with this group.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. More questions? Go, Noel.
Our group is doing 3D printing as well, but we were thinking of diving more into the SketchUp part because we chose SketchUp as our free website. Would that be okay to go a little bit more into the website and how that is, that's a lesson in itself for the students?
You could take it from this perspective, look at it from this perspective. By the way, is that website provide some collaborative features that students can collaborate on the project? I think it's Google SketchUp, right?
Yes.
So I'm sorry, I didn't connect the dots. So that program does allow students to collaborate. So perhaps you could, add this component.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure. Scott is typing. Let's see.
And while we're waiting, does everyone understand what we mean by a systemic view of the practical considerations? So if there's any lack of clarity, now's a good time.
Yes, can you just go over like a brief overview of it? Because the systemic unit to me is, do you want us to touch various components of education?
That's exactly correct. Noel, that was you?
Yes.
Yes. We are looking, and I'm glad Professor Nagler, brought this up. Yes, we're looking at the systemic approach to integrating whatever piece of technology, you will be including in your project. If it's 3D printing, systemic approach to it would be, how do you integrate it at the global scale? What needs to happen at the school level? It's the funding issue. It's the training of, teachers, that you could include that in your challenges and solutions. And, training, not only training of teachers, it's also giving students skills to be successful with technology. And, again, cross-disciplinary connection and, using it to teach standards, those are, issues that would relate to systemic approach to implementation. Professor Nagler, you're welcome to add to this.
I think you did a good job of touching base, but because it's a very important concept in this course, and looking ahead, sort of the culmination of the course is going to be about a systems approach. This really is a hint, a foreshadowing of what we're going to be doing in the future. In order to broaden our perspective from the mere technological, kind of like we're just touching this and it exists in something of a vacuum, to realizing that even in the classroom with curricular planning, you've got to be thinking about the broader implications and everything that's going to go into it. So, kind of play it out, think broadly, open up your imaginations is the best advice that I can give from my perspective on this challenge.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Faith.
Hi, I just was wondering, do you also want us to think broadly when it comes to our project ideas? Do you want us to show various applications in many different curricular focuses, or are we just trying to focus on maybe one grade level, one subject area?
No, actually, I would like you to focus on application to different disciplines, cross-disciplinary connection, perhaps, how, this particular technology that you will be including as your proof of concept could be used at different levels, elementary, middle, and high. You probably have people in your group with different with different backgrounds. So that would be nice to see different perspective. And actually, the example that I'm sending and the one that they will review right now did exactly that.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Sure. Adnan, you're next.
Yeah, I was going to say in response to Faith's question, the assignment, like looking back at the assignment, it's saying that this is a proposal for either your school or your district. So I think everybody would probably want to think like on a broader scale how the technology that you're proposing to be used could be used in what like across grade levels, across disciplines, and you might want to like create like a hypothetical school or just like assume that your proposal is like going to be like for a district-wide thing.
Thank you for that comment. You're absolutely right. That's what we're looking at because, our program prepares future technology coordinators, district directors for technology, CIOs, hopefully, and, we want you guys to have a systemic view on technology implementation. So if you are reviewing a piece of software or a technology, hardware or software tool or actually new, web, web 2.0 tool or e-learning solution. So we want you to think broadly and to, understand what it takes. First of all, how the importance of bringing this new and innovative technology to your district, then how it will apply to different disciplines, different levels, what are the challenges in terms of rolling it out and things like that. Yes, don't think about in the context of one classroom. Think about the district and look forward. Look for technologies. 3D printing is fairly new and it's still hot, but there is a virtual reality application. There is a gaming applications that could be a catalyst for change and the next big thing in education. So again, try to make connections to new standards, to technology tools, new technology tools that are coming into classrooms, and how these technologies could help students learn better. So, and that's the idea of this project.
So something else that I wanted to add here is remember you are giving this a foundation on powerful ideas. So let those powerful ideas inspire some of the projects that you're going to be recommending, the applications that you're going to be recommending, so that we see, let's say, both the educational value, and it isn't again just using the technology for the sake of using the technology. I'll give you an example of something that I observed in a school that they were using 3D printing to create the pieces that would be used in a rock climbing wall. And the students not only had to design um, the pieces so that they would work and function in the wall, they had to think about tensile strength, they had to think about durability and density and all kinds of other concepts and issues that come into play when you're actually going to be resting your weight on these pieces of plastic that are attached to a wall. So the idea here is really like find ways to make it, I don't know, valuable, and really look for that contribution, let's say, that the technology and learning the technology and applying the technology can be what contribution it could be making, as Dr. Rabinovich said, in the context of the child's educational experience.
Thank you, Professor Nagel, for that comment. And also, just piggybacking on what she said, how this particular technology can contribute to effective and innovative instructional practices. By effective practices, we know that project-based learning, helps students learn and gain better and deeper understanding. So would that particular piece of technology help teachers to create effective, engaging projects? Or would that particular piece of technology help to improve assessment, formative assessment, those kind of things? Think big. Think not from technocentric view, but from a pedagogical perspective. And again, as we keep repeating, how this particular technology can change and revolutionize teaching and learning. So, see, the next project that I want to share with you, and I will send it to everyone after this webinar. It's not a new piece of technology, because we've been doing video editing for a number of years now, but I like this example because of the application of this technology in the classroom and examples that these guys provided. They actually use animated book trailers. Well, it's a more advanced way of video editing to explore literature using technology. So there are a lot of very good now web-based applications. They also talk about standard applications, but it's not the application at this point. It's the concept of using it for teaching and learning. So again, same thing. They provide powerful ideas, and they gave a very good overview of that. They provided 6 different applications, by the way, at different grade levels. That's why I also like this example. So in different disciplines of how this particular technology could be used in the classroom. They also talk about practical and organizational considerations in solutions. This is your challenges and suggestions to overcome these challenges. And that's basically it. I just wanted to show it another example because this is applicable to different it's first of all different technology, and the way to apply this technology at there were some questions at different grade levels and for different subjects. The only I was hesitant. The only reason I was hesitant to sending it out to everyone. There were not that many references in text, and there was no reference list at the end. I took points off last time when I was doing this assignment, and that was the main reason I didn't send it to everyone. But I thought I would review it with you because it's still a good example of how guys thought about using animated book trailers as a powerful idea and the way of using this technology in the classroom. Questions about this particular example?
I just do want to add one additional thing, Dr. Rabinovich, and that is, folks, what I'm seeing in this example is not exactly as Dr. R pointed out, APA format. So look at these examples, but uh, format your text according to APA. So that means your 1-inch margins, that means double spacing, the headings the way they recommend. Please adhere to those so that, you know, we have absolute clarity in what we're looking for, and we are all gonna make the mark this time. So if you have any questions at all about that, OWL is a great source for APA, and let me know if you have any issues or need references of how to find what we're looking for.
Thank you for this comment. Charity, I will pass the microphone to you. And as I said before, APA and references was the main reason I didn't include this project in the email that I sent. But I like the way they provide 6 different projects with application of this technology for different subject areas and different levels. So that's what we would like to see you guys doing in this project. And yes, please follow APA formatting for your assignments. Some of you will be graduating soon and will need to start writing your master thesis. So get used to it. You need to know how to adhere to APA guidelines. Charity, you're next. Go ahead. Okay. Ednan, you had your hand up before. Do you have any questions? Go ahead.
My question was already answered because I was looking at the sample project, and at first I only saw the book trailer, and that was the only thing that you mentioned. But I see it now that you scroll down that there are other assignments assignments for the use of video, and I was just taking a look at them. That's all I wanted to ask about, if there were other project options that this sample project offered.
If the sample project offers the other ways of using video editing.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Because like I said, at first all I saw was the book trailer, but now I see there's the PSA, the public service announcement. There's
right.
Something about math, and then there's.
That's correct. I might still send this project out because the ideas that they provided. With this technology are very interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, Charity, you're next. Go ahead.
I just wanted to verify that the due date is the 11th and not the 14th, correct?
11th is Friday. Yes, I think I changed that, but let me do this quick unscientific poll here and ask everyone, do you guys need 2 more days until Sunday to complete this project? If you do, please give me your smiley face or raise your hand. Okay. It looks like vast majority would like to have few more days to complete this project. Professor Nagler and I have no objections to that. You have 2 more days until Sunday, March 13, to submit this assignment. But please, it has to be submitted by Sunday so we could start grading it next week. Sunday, March 13 is revised deadline. And I will ask one more time if any of you have questions, comments regarding this assignment, because if not, we are done for tonight. The main reason to conduct this webinar was to give you a chance to, first of all, to review sample projects and to give you a chance to answer questions. Go ahead. Okay, so it looks like we are clear on what we need to do. Thank you for joining us, and uh, email us or send those sample assignment, your drafts, so we could review it and give you some helpful tips. Don't miss points for um, not thinking of it and sort of not missing this opportunity. Obviously, don't send it to us on Saturday expecting that it will come back to you in 1 or 2 hours. But if you have your drafts ready by Wednesday or Thursday, at least we can look at it and say, listen, X, Y, C points are missing, work on it. So at least we'll give you some feedback so you could improve your projects and get maximum grade for this assignment. Professor Nagor, any comments, suggestions from you?
No, sir, not at this time. Good luck, everybody. Looking forward to seeing what you have to offer.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.